Ladies and gentlemen, it's a special episode of SteveO's Wild Ride today because you know this guy was my hero when I was a kid, and I'm telling you right now, he's no less of a hero to me today because just check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Lee.
Dude,
Yeah.
what's up?
All right, we're all packed into the van, but everybody's been tested for coronavirus.
Yes, that's right.
I actually got accepted for the convalescent plasma program
Because you have the antibodies.
because I tested positive for the antibodies.
It's crazy.
Right.
Steve has the antibodies.
So he's had it before, so
That's
he's
what it
way
says.
good.
The crazy thing is I tour with him. I'm his tour manager. I'm with him.
Oh yeah, this is Scott.
I'm
Randolph.
Scott. Scott's there.
Paul's up front.
What up, Paul?
Yo, what's up, Tommy?
He's got a mic.
Yeah,
He's got a
for
mic.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So the crazy thing is I'm with Steve 24/7. If I'm not with him, he's editing with Paul. And if he's not with us or at the same time, he's with his girl. And none of us have the antibodies. None of us had corona. We're trying to figure out how that's even possible.
Wow.
I'm just not a germaphobe, you know.
Yeah, me either. Me either. My wife's got me like fucking. She follows me around with that
I
shit.
think that's more unhealthy than anything.
Probably. Skin's all dry because it's alcohol. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So, dude, I mean, where to even begin? It's just like I've for my whole life milked the story about how I fucking met you guys when I was a kid. I was such a diehard Motley Crue fan, and
It is a good fucking story. I mean, it's fucking badass.
That's when you reached out to the call the different hotels.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was such a fucking Motley Crue fan, right? I mean, like, I had, like, nothing but Motley Crue on my walls. You know, that whole Theater of Pain era was I had everything. Like, the teachers in school were over it because every art project, it was a fucking, it was a Motley Crue logo. It was a fucking stuff that was just like, all right, enough with the fucking Motley Crue. They were like,
Wood
and I was
shop
like,
making drumsticks. Fucking Motley, dude.
100%. And so yeah, when they came to town, I was like, dude, I found out that they were there. I saw on the news they were there before the day before the concert, and I'm like, fuck, man, that means they're here in a hotel. So I just looked in my albums and found out the name of their manager and just started calling every hotel in the Yellow Pages.
Who thinks of that? Like, in my mind, I'm like, dude, that guy wins because who would think of reading the actual liner notes on a record and go, oh, there's the fucking manager. Maybe they're under his name, or it's the group, the whole.
Right.
Yeah, the same person doing art projects for school on Motley Crue. That shit.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Fucking A. But anyone that would decipher that at that age, like, that's some next level shit.
How old
dude.
were you?
Well, thanks. I was 13.
You should work for the fucking CIA, bro.
Yeah.
Sure.
Really?
I was 13 at the time, and it's really cool that you say who would think that, because I can totally tell you where the concept came from. I was like big into like Little League baseball and shit. I was a super baseball fan, and I lived in England, but every summer I would come over to the States, and during the summer, part of the like going to the States for the summer, wherever we went, my dad would want to take me to a Major League Baseball game, and he would plan to, let's say we were in Boston, he would make sure that we were staying at the same hotel as the visiting team of the you know,
that's cool.
so I could hang out in the lobby and like get autographs from baseball players.
So this is a genetic thing.
Yeah, totally.
A little bit, yeah. And when I was sitting there calling the hotels fucking for hours, my mom was just pissed because back then there was no call waiting even. It wasn't even call waiting.
tying up the
It was just
lines.
tying up the house phone. And she's like, what fucking, you're tying up the house phone for hours over here. And I'm like, Mom, I'm calling Motley Crue, you know? And like, my dad only ever wanted me to show initiative, to be like passionate, to fucking, my dad was like stoked. He was like, my son, this is what, he's fucking on fire right now. So my dad called off my mom, honey, he's calling Motley Crue.
What city? Where were you living at the time?
In Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah, in Toronto.
That's crazy, dude.
And dude, like, this was the girls tour. So it was 1987. The concert I went to was October 25th of 1987. I did all the calling hotels on October 24th. In the picture, dude, you can see the backstage pass taped to my fucking shirt. It says 1025.
That's
Oh,
great.
fuck. Okay. So he's cheating.
Do you even remember?
I mean, I
remember Toronto at that time? That show?
I remember meeting him for sure.
Really?
Oh,
For
really?
sure, yeah. Because it was just like,
Oh, cool.
no, because our tour manager, well, not our tour manager, our manager's brother, he hit us up beforehand. He's like, hey man, this fucking crazy kid called me in my room and told me that he's fucking literally called every single hotel in Toronto looking for us, and he's a massive fan, and like, so I told him I'd bring him back to say hey to you guys. So I knew about it.
That's great.
But then when we met, I remember meeting him because he was like he is now. So yeah, nothing's changed.
Hey, dude.
Fuck, dude. Fuck yeah. But you know, fuck. And then that picture surfaces every once in a while. I see it and I still I get a big smile.
Oh, dude.
It's him when he's like 14. Like,
Yeah, for
I don't know.
sure.
Yeah.
I think you were 14. Right?
I was 13.
13, yeah.
13, yeah. And he was like 17.
Yeah, I know.
Right. That's crazy too.
Right. I mean, you were actually 17 when Motley Crue formed.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were considerably younger than the other guys.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah.
Right.
What's cool about you is you grew up in Covina.
Yeah.
I grew up in Pasadena, so it's,
Get outta here.
It's rare to see people that like grew up here that make it here.
Oh my God.
You know?
So, did you ever go to the Wood Sound in Pasadena?
Where?
Van Halen started there.
Yeah. Well, my mom went to school with Van Halen
Oh shit.
at Pasadena High School.
That's right.
So you know they'd always be at backyard parties with them, and I'm
Wow.
sure everybody has that story that grew up in Pasadena. But I
Yeah.
think my mom was like
Oh,
two or 3 years older.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, okay, that makes some sense then. I
But
got
where
you.
was the Wood Sound?
The Wood Sound it's actually right next to Pasadena, Arcadia.
Yeah.
So it's not really right in.
Was it a bar?
It was like a, yeah. What a trip, man.
Small world.
Is that where you were born?
I was born in Pasadena at the Huntington Hospital.
Wow.
So, Motley Crue formed in 1981. And I forget if it was January or February, the actual date. But, dude, I've never told the story. I told Tommy the other day. When Motley Crue had the 6th anniversary of their formation as a band, this was before I met them at the concert. I was such a fucking fan that, like, I sent in a fucking creepy letter to their fan mail, all cut out from they cut out the letters of the magazines and glued it onto a page like a serial killer.
Yeah, dude,
exactly.
ransom
Like a
note.
serial killer.
Right. I don't even know why I did that, but fucking like happy 6th anniversary with 2 X's and 6, like Nicki 6.
Yeah.
And I fucking sent
Wow.
it in, and, like, to make sure it was there on time. I stole a bottle of wine from my parents' wine cellar.
Oh, yeah.
To get drunk, fucking, to Motley Crue, to honor Motley Crue and celebrate their anniversary. So that day I came home from school and I fucking pounded this whole bottle of wine. And, like, dude, I barfed. I barfed in the toilet, didn't flush it. My parents had a breathalyzer. I blew it and it fucking left it on the counter. The phone was off the hook. I'm passed out in my fucking clothes, like in the afternoon, like just on top of my bed covers. And my dad came home. He knew the wine was missing, and he's like, "Oh, okay, so we gotta talk." And he wakes me up to have this talk with me, but he wants to be kind of cool about it. So we played a game of pool. And I kicked his ass in the pool drunk. And I was like, what are you going to do, Dad? Fucking, it was Motley Crue's anniversary. Come on. Yeah.
So wait, why did your parents have a breathalyzer?
Yeah,
in the
that's-
house?
It was just like a gag gift that they had gotten for
a cool gift.
for like fucking. They partied, dude.
Really?
They partied, dude.
Oh, bet.
As did Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Fucking,
And you, fucking maniac.
dude, that was the first time I ever got drunk, like on my own, deliberately. But yeah, so
Is it red wine or white wine?
it was red. It was
Red.
red wine.
And
yeah.
you didn't flush the toilet because it was
Dude,
Motley
I was
Crue.
just
Fuck
drunk,
it.
dude.
No, dude, you got to check that.
Yeah, he's like proud of it. Yeah.
I'm saving it for a while.
And like, so with the start of Motley Crue, like 1981, you guys recorded your first album. It was Too Fast for Love, and you did that on your own record label.
Yep.
Leather Records.
Yep.
And then, like, you got enough buzz around you guys in the Hollywood scene, like the Sunset Strip. You guys really built the Sunset Strip. Like the Whiskey
Kinda,
a Go-Go, with fucking, like, all this legendary stuff going on. You created enough buzz that you signed to a major record label, which was Elektra.
Yep.
And then they licensed it, you sold it to them, like, then they put out Too Fast for Love.
Yep.
But still, at that point, when Too Fast for Love came out on Elektra, you guys hadn't really blown up, right? It was
No.
Shout of the Devil, where you guys just fucking took over the world.
That's where fucking shit went bananas, man. That's when, we got the opportunity to open up for Ozzy
On Bark at the Moon
the
tour.
fucking Bark at the Moon tour. So now, here, we went from playing 400-seat Whiskey a Go-Go style shows, clubs, to playing in front of 15,000 people every fucking night, and that's when fucking shit just blew up.
Plus, this was right when MTV came out. MTV started.
That's right, dude.
I think MTV started in like '82, but their big things that came out was Michael Jackson's Thriller. That video fucking blew up MTV.
Yeah, playing
and
every
Bark
10
at the
minutes.
Moon, dude.
Yep.
Bark at the Moon. They like meticulously put every hair to turn Ozzy into a werewolf, and the
Yeah.
Bark at the Moon was like this huge budget fucking thing. And Motley Crue, I mean, fuck, dude, Looks That Kill video, like, MTV was a big part of you guys blowing up.
For sure. Yeah, and fucking, I think the Home Sweet Home video, like, I don't know, they used to run like you'd call in and vote or whatever, and like Home Sweet Home held like the #1 slot for like fucking months, dude. We're like, dude, give somebody else a chance. Like, that's so rad, but fuck, forever. Like, it was the longest running #1 was it
requested
video.
yeah.
Like, yeah, it was pretty nuts, man. That was some good shit, dude.
Did you at the time have did you process that at all, or were you guys just kind of going, or were you sitting around like, guys, this is crazy?
No, fuck. I don't think we even knew what the fuck was happening. We were just like, that's rad.
Just riding the
Like,
wave.
when you're like, I don't know, we were green as fuck.
But it's crazy.
We would
because
just be stoked. It was like, oh my god, that's fucking crazy. It's on all the time.
Yeah. Wow.
You know?
Yeah, because I mean, you guys were probably just as stoked doing 400 than to doing 15,000. Like, you didn't know what was happening.
No, we had no idea. We're just basically fucking a bunch of kids just hanging on. Just like, fuck, whoa, dude. This is doing way more than we thought.
Just hanging out for dear life.
Yeah, like just enjoying the fuck out of it.
Was there a moment where you're like, guys, we're like rock stars. We're like Led Zeppelin, or we're like, we did it.
You can't be more of a rock star than Tommy Lee, but boy did I try over the weekend. I did something really messed up, okay? It wasn't even necessarily legal to have somebody inject into my spinal cavity an anesthesia which rendered my lower half completely paralyzed while I was sprinting, and then we did all kinds of gnarly stuff. Now, why do I mention that? Because I dare say I looked really good. Why? Because I am on top of my fitness and my sleep and my recovery with this incredible band on my wrist called Whoop. It is my Whoop strap. It connects to my Whoop app, which gives me incredible insight into my activities, my workouts, my sleep, my recovery, and dude, I need sleep. Here, last night, getting 100% of your sleep needed means you did everything in your power to perform well today. That's the kind of news I want to hear, man. My recovery, super strong. My heart rate variability, totally strong. Man, this thing just keeps me on top of what's going on with me, and I love it. Plus, I never have to take it off because the charger slides right on top of the device. Boom. Charging. So, man, I love my Whoop strap, and I want you guys all to try it out. So, you go to Whoop.com. That's WHOOP.com. Use the promo code SteveO and you get 15% off at checkout. Again, 15% off at checkout if you go to Whoop.com and use the promo code SteveO. You're going to thank me for it. Now, back to Tommy Lee.
Yeah, when did it hit you that you're like, this is fucking massive?
I guess, you know what, when fucking people start, and people start fucking,
Hating on you like the PMRC?
yeah, like as soon as that's exactly it, dude. As soon as fucking, like, you're pissing somebody off, you're doing something right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
when that happens, or when you start getting recognized in public, or you start to realize, oh, whoa, man, shit's different. This is
Yeah.
very, very
When
different.
people are asking for you to tattoo their name on them.
Yeah, you're like, dude, and no, I was like, dude, are you sure that you want Motley Crue or my name or whatever it is? Think about, like, fast forward, like when you're like 75 or 80, are you still going to be like, fuck yeah? If yes, then go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like people getting my name or my face tattooed on me. They'll ask
It's
me,
strange, isn't
yeah,
it?
people will say like, "Oh, dude, tattoo your autograph on me," and I go, "Nah, you don't want my autograph. Let me tattoo your name on your butt, like I have it.
Yeah.
My butt cheek says your name.
There you
that
go.
way, it's kind of like signature SteveO, but like it's kind of funny too. It's more worth it.
Yeah.
But dude, so like you were 17 when Motley Crue formed, so
Yep.
then that was like 81. 2 years later, you're only 19 years old when you're opening for Ozzy and fucking playing arenas and like holy shit, shout at the devil.
Yeah.
And I mentioned the PMRC, which was the Parents Music Resource Center. There was like in the 1980s a concerted fucking effort to like censor. It was a real First Amendment issue. Like, wait a second, these fucking heavy metal bands are Satanists. The original album title for Shout at the Devil, and that's the album that blew up Motley Crue. It was originally called Shout with the Devil, which was like pro-Satan. Like, come on,
Yeah.
we're fucking on Satan's team. Shout with them, join Satan's club. And that was like, okay, there was the blowback came back from, I guess, Elektra Records. They were like, yo, dude, you can't call
You
it
can't
Shout
do
with
that,
the
yeah.
Devil.
Yeah.
And so they said, okay, we'll call it Shout at the Devil, implying that we're somehow like angry at the devil, and we'll say like, whoever it is that fucking, represents evil to you, man. If it's
Yeah.
your fucking, if it's your boss, if it's the cops,
your
if it's
parents,
fucking,
if it's your-
anybody,
just shout at them.
Yeah,
Whose idea
anybody's
was
giving-
that?
I don't know. It's just probably Nicki's. Nicki was like,
It's pretty smart.
like, let's just make this like about like
Right.
shouting at any sort of like resistance.
Any opposition.
Yeah,
Anybody's fucking with you, don't take it. You
Yeah.
shout at the devil. Shout at the devil. Yeah, and it was just genius because like there was this climate at the time that was just so like they called it the satanic panic. And like there was the whole thing with Ozzy on his first album. He had a song called Suicide Solution, which was
yeah.
clearly about alcohol. Like in chemistry, a solution is a liquid. And all the song was saying is that alcohol is just a slow way of killing yourself. But some fucking kid was listening to Ozzy's record, had it on the record player with his headphones on, and fucking shot his brains out. The kid committed suicide. And they found his body with his headphones on, connected to the fucking record player, and the fucking record player says Ozzy Osbourne, Suicide Solution. So there was this huge lawsuit against Ozzy, and fucking he walks in and he's like, you fucking dummies, it's about alcohol. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, dismissed.
Fucking
Holy
crazy,
shit.
man.
What was that? Your sophomore year book report on Motley Crue? You figured all that out? Damn, dude.
Yeah, dude. And like Twisted Sister, D. Snyder was a big part of that thing. But
Yeah.
like, hey, you guys, you make such a good point that it's when people start fucking complaining, when you're pissing them off, that's when you're doing well. Because all of this fucking trying to censor Motley Crue, being mad at the fucking, like, the more you piss people off, the better you do.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Just more publicity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And these guys, like, I mean, everybody's seen The Dirt on Netflix, and congratulations for how
Thanks,
fucking
brother.
phenomenally successful that was. But it's so
Dude,
hard.
you know how many, like, I talk to people, fans and shit all the time, right? And I've talked to a bunch of young people that were like, pretty much globally, the meaning of a lot of the emails, communications have been like, dude, like, you don't even understand. Like, fuck, I wish, like, I'm so bummed I wasn't around to experience that. Fuck, it must have been insane. And that's pretty much the consensus of most people. They're like, it really took them back to the way it was, which was fucking insane. Fourth gear, popping wheelies, fucking till the wheels fall off, just running it.
Yeah.
You know, you've fucking been a part of that. And just with, you know, no Instagram, pre-fucking cell phone cameras.
Right.
We got away with fucking straight murder. I mean, you know, and fucking, it's not like that now. It's so not like that. So for Jeff,
Right.
Jeff did such a great job. He was like, he told us this as we were meeting with different directors. And Jeff was like, dude, there's, you know, Nicki and I are meeting with different guys, and he goes, dudes, there's only one guy that can direct this movie, and it's fucking me. I'm a fucking fan, and I swear to God, I promise you, I will make everybody, I'm going to take everybody right back to that fucking time of exactly how it was.
Jesus.
And like in every detail, from the phones to the settings to the wardrobe to the, I want to bring people back to that time and experience what the fuck that was like, you know? And he fucking murdered it.
Well, what was that scene like for you? Watching that for the first time when your character in there just did a day in the life and it was just fucking ended.
Dude,
that was so
fun and so fucking real, dude. Machine Gun Kelly fucking murdered it. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did great.
Yeah, it was so funny. I've known that guy for a couple of years, right? And he calls me up. He goes, dude, you're not gonna believe this. I'm like, what? He goes, dude, I'm fucking playing you in the movie. I was like, what? You know, we're a lot alike, like same kind of frame and fucking
for sure,
kind of hyper and fucking, you know, whatever. And so I was like, no fucking way, because we got updated once in a while on who was getting cast and whatever, but I never saw his name come through. I didn't even know who he was. So he goes, dude, I got the fucking script. I'm coming over. I'm gonna fucking make you proud. I want to know exactly what the fuck, every line. I want to know what went down. If it didn't go down like that, how did it go down? I want to fucking nail this. And so he came over. We spent a couple of days going through the script, and then he went out and took like 4 months of drum lessons.
Dude, that's what I was.
Learning the spinnings and all the shit that I do. All my, what do you call those?
Twirling.
Just this I can't even speak. Intricacies.
Yeah.
Just my mannerisms. That's what. When I play, and dude, I was like, it was so fucking bizarre. Like, I've never seen somebody that dedicated to nailing something. He was like, I want to know this. I want to know that. Take the lessons, like, and I'm gonna murder this.
Dude,
Wow,
it's so killer. And then on his tour, like, you know, he's a fucking like a rapper. And,
Yeah.
But every night on his tour, his drummer and Machine Gun Kelly would switch spots.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
And then so that they could play the actual title track, "Shout at the Devil."
Yeah.
They play that song and fucking there's MGK every night, fucking drumming away, playing "Shout at the Devil," and it was just incredible, dude.
Yeah, that's so rad, man. And I think it's Rooks, his drummer, is the guy who spent the time with him for those several months, just showing him, hey, this is how to do this. Pretty wild,
dude.
man.
Talented kid.
Yeah.
Now, so when I was the little kid and at the concert in Toronto, right? This was the tour, Girls tour, 1987. The fucking Tommy Lee has his drum solo where the drum riser comes up like in the air, like pushes out over the crowd and then rotates upside down. This had never been fucking done. I mean, nothing like, nobody even, this was just like, wait, what? It had to have been so expensive that it really like cut into the profitability of the tour.
Totally.
On top of the fucking private jet, they had like a fucking like Motley Crue, like 747, some big old fucking Boeing airplane with Motley Crue painted on the side. They flew fucking everywhere.
What the fuck, dude?
While they're on the fucking airplanes, they've got flight attendants literally walking down the aisles with platters that just have lines of fucking cocaine serving them.
Dude, totally.
Like, and then this is what happened at the show. My experience, because I'll never fucking forget it, right? Like, during the concert, they're getting ready to do the Tommy Lee drum solo. And this is like, you know, everybody knows. It was a genius, too, because drum solos were an obligatory part of every concert. And it was like, oh, the fucking drum solo.
People go get beers and buy a shirt and take a piss, whatever.
Right.
All right, that's how.
You know that, too. You're like, fuck.
Right, it's like with the fucking drum solo, right? So Tommy was like genius to be like, hey, let's make the drum solo like an actual fucking a must-see, like, cool thing that people are stoked for. And sure enough, they're stoked for it. But then on top of this is how Motley Crue does it. Fucking Vince Neil, he says, you want to have a drink with the crew, Toronto? Fucking like, everybody's like, yeah, we want to have a drink with Motley. So Nicki Sixx comes walking out with a fucking big, like a fifth, that's what you call it? Like the big square bottle of Jack Daniels. He fucking unscrews it, he like pours some on the crowd so that the people can tell it's real, you know? And fucking, he's like, all right, he says.
It's not iced tea.
Right. and Nicki Sixx just like fucking cheers, he raises the bottle up to the crowd and fucking, and he just lifts it up and fucking like puts it up and starts chugging it. But they time it so each gulp that Nicki Sixx takes, Tommy's on the drums. Boom, boom. You know, like they like fucking. It's like you know, boom. Boom, he hits the drums on each gulp, and Nicki Sixx just straight pounds half a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels and then gives it to fucking Tommy. Fucking Tommy chugs the rest of it. There's no way you can drink that much Jack Daniels without being fucking slobbering drunk. And like...
and this is like halfway through the show, so like the rest of the show from that point out was like, fuck, dude, I'm fucking hammered.
Right, and then and Tommy's got fucking his drum tech stagehands fucking filling up beer bottle caps with cocaine. To fucking like not like a key bump. You know, you put a little bit on the key. No, a fucking whole bottle cap for a beer filled with cocaine to keep them going for the rest of the show.
I'd be playing and I would just lean back like this so the crowd couldn't see it and just still playing. There we go.
Dude, I heard a story one time that Guns N' Roses opened for you guys and they tried to party with you and you guys drank them under the table and you went out and did their set.
Dude.
Be warned, ladies and gentlemen, because Tommy Lee is about to drop some bombs. And you know what? When I'm dropping a certain kind of bomb, like a big sloppy dump, I like to make sure my butthole's real clean. And that's why my favorite product this podcast has ever introduced me to comes from HelloTushy.com. What is it? It's a bidet. And how does that work? Well, when I get done dumping, I got a little knob mounted onto my toilet, and I give it a twist, and it sends a stream of water blasting straight into my asshole. And it's so powerful, no poo is gonna last through that. And then when I get done blasting it, I grab a little bit of toilet paper just to dry off my butthole and then look at it and be satisfied to know that there was no poo left to wipe. I mean, think about this, guys. Let's say you were covered in poo. Like you just got out of a porta potty that got shot through the sky and now you're covered in poop. Are you going to take a paper towel to wipe it off? No. You're probably going to want a hose, maybe even a shower. So why should your butthole be any different? Take care of that thing, people. Get yourself a bidet from HelloTushy.com. And you know what? Go to HelloTushy.com/SteveO and get yourself 10% off your order. Again, that's 10% off your order if you go to hellotushy.com/SteveO to get one of these genius devices, which, again, and I've only ever said this about one product, and it's hellotushy.com. It is my favorite thing I have ever promoted on this podcast. Sorry, everybody else. And your butthole is going to thank me. So, back to Tommy Lee.
No, we didn't do their set. They did try to outdrink us, and we were like, "Oh fuck, here we go again, another band trying to fucking keep up with us. This isn't gonna happen." So we went at it.
Oh my god.
We went at it, right? And Slash will tell you this to this day. Fucking, we're like, then they're just sitting there. It's Slash and Duff, and me and Nicki were just fucking pounding shots at the bars like it was a day off at a hotel. And they're like, and you could clearly tell it was like, okay, we're gonna out fucking party you guys, and we're like, all right. So we just fucking keep going. Fucking all of a sudden we're sitting there, and Slash is starting to get fucking shitty, and he just right at the bar, just right in between him and Duff, just like just blows chunks, and he's like, okay, I'm back. And he's getting rid of it. Anyway, we keep going. Fucking seems like a million shots later, he does one of these on the fucking bar. And we go, oh, this is fucking great. Fucking we Nicki and I grab him, we take him, fucking carry him up to his room, his hotel room keys in his pocket, get it out, open his room, fucking lay him down on the bed face up, right? Fucking we remember Polaroid cameras?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. We went and grabbed our Polaroid camera, and Nicki goes, "Fuck, dude, get a picture of this." So Nicki jumps up on the bed, pulls his pants down, and Nicki puts his balls right on Slash's chin, right there. And I fucking rip a Polaroid, and the next day, that was his. Our head of security went up and cut off his fucking laminate all access artist pass, and gave him the new one. And the picture ID was him. It's him with Nicki's balls on his fucking chin. He was I think we made posters and put them up everywhere.
That'll change a man, dude.
It's like that'll fucking teach you to think you're gonna fucking out party us, dude.
Oh my
Fuck,
god.
That was it.
I'm sure people tried that all the time.
All the time, dude.
And you have probably 1,000 stories of just fucking with people.
We're like, fucking amateur hour. Come on. You ain't gonna keep up with us.
There was some like myth story.
Although Pantera,
Oh yeah.
those dudes would fucking, they'd run it.
They keep up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, meth will do that.
They keep for days.
Yeah, dude.
So there was this legendary story. I don't know if it was true or not, but like some like chasing down the Sunset Strip, some physical altercation between Motley Crue and Danzig and the Misfits or something. There.
Oh. That was a backstage incident, I think. Fuck, I don't know. It's a little fuzzy.
You guys were known for brawling,
Yeah.
right? Is there like how true is the like in the Dirt movie? It was like your first show at the
Oh.
and there's like some kind of just broke out into a brawl. That's a true story.
I think that's the oil patch in fucking like Calgary or some shit. Some fucking place like that where it was a full on like, it was one of those places where everybody was fucking like bikers or oil riggers or something, that and there's four dudes looking like fucking homos in fucking makeup, you know, with fucking crazy hair up there playing fucking live wire, and they're just like, what is this fucking faggot shit? You know, and fucking yeah, that shit would happen all the time, and Vince and Nicki especially, because they're right up front, wouldn't think twice about fucking, you know, diving in, or Vince fucking clubbing somebody with his fucking mic stand, or Nicki with the bass. I'm behind the drums, so it'd be a little later when I join in. If they went in, you go in for backup. But for the most part, yeah, all the time. Or you're sitting there fucking playing, and somebody just going and just spitting on you the whole fucking time, and Nicki, he'd take about fucking a minute of that and be like, you know what, fuck you, and then the fucking show would be over. Fuck, he'd start smashing people in the fucking pit. Yeah.
I mean, that must have happened a lot. Like, people
A lot.
wouldn't think that you guys would fight back, too, because of the way you looked or whatever.
Yeah.
They're
No.
like, oh, shit, you guys are...
We
like the fight.
loved fucking scrapping, man. This shit was so fun.
Or Jack Daniels and cocaine, dude.
Yeah, that'll do it. Fucking.
It's crazy how like the 80s represented like just this fucking glam hair metal, like dudes wearing makeup like
Yeah.
chicks, and they were like,
but they could kick your ass,
right,
right?
Yeah, but you guys like started that whole deal, right? I mean, they before, as far as bands wearing makeup before Motley Crue was, there's Kiss, of course, but that was more like clown shit
Yeah, it was
than
more
like glam metal.
like New York Dolls was one that we dug.
But dude, the number of bands that just came flowing in to try to completely copy Motley Crue.
A million right behind us. We were like, what the fuck is going on, guys? Get your
Yeah.
own shit.
and
That's
dude,
a compliment, though.
For sure.
You know,
Sure.
to be emulated and or you know to do another version of that. You know, I get that, and I'm fucking that's flattering and shit. But you know, at some point we were like, guys, come on, you gotta fucking change it up a lot more. You don't do the
Yeah.
exact same thing, slightly different.
Poison went like a little overboard trying to copy Motley Crue because like on their fucking album, their first album, like they actually looked really hot. Like it was a little too much. I was like, yo, I shouldn't be actually like legitimately attracted to my rock star heroes.
That's funny.
That's so, his eyes just got big. They look really hot.
Yeah, you just went somewhere else right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like Motley Crue, they were like, okay, you know, like
Yeah.
they felt like it was a good balance of like, yo, we're fucking wild, you know, this whole deal, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, and not all the best looking of guys either. Like like Cece and fucking and Brett were like the fuck. They look like chicks,
yeah,
you
they
know.
were.
So I understand
Yeah.
your fascination.
Yeah, I remember I shoplifted that Poison album. I fucking stole it.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But dude, Tommy said something before about you know, he talks with the fans, you know, like he's like interactive with the fans, and dude, fully legit, dude. Like this is, I'm so stoked on this. How like when you know, when I moved out to LA, it was 2001, you know, and in hindsight, it seemed like the fucking era of glam metal was so like far in the past, such history. But really, like it was, you know, more recent at that point than, you know, me. I've been out here for 20 years now. You know, I just wanted to fucking party like Motley Crue. That was my whole mission in life. From the first time when I heard about Motley Crue, I wanted to fucking party like Motley Crue.
Yeah.
And I didn't waste any fucking time, man. I mean, I lived right on the Sunset Strip. Like I lived like fucking spitting distance from the Seventh Veil, which they fucking sing about in the Girls, Girls, Girls song. Like, I mean, dude, it was just all about living and partying like Motley Crue. And like, I was so out of control, I ended up fucking getting arrested on multiple felonies, facing 8 years in prison. And I'm fucking, they tell me I'm not allowed to like go to the strip club. You know, I called Crazy Girls my office. Because they're there every night. I went there every night, and they were like, no, you can't be seen in the strip club. It's going to be bad optics. You know, like, you can't do any drugs because they might drug test you, and that's going to fucking really screw you. So you have to, like be fucking under the radar and not on drugs. And trying to tell that to me at that time.
Oh, dude.
I'm fucking not okay. I'm not okay
How
with
old
it.
were you?
I was 26, I think, maybe 27. I was 27, and I'm fucking like losing my mind. I'm fucking holed up in my apartment. I'm fucking losing my mind, and I'm like, dude, I go on Tommy Lee's website, and he had a message board, and I was just told him the story. Yo, dude, fucking, I met you when I was a little kid, and fucking, I'm in all this trouble right now, facing 8 years in prison, but maybe you've seen fucking our shit on MTV. I'm just reaching out, fucking. I left my email on there. The next day, I got a fucking email. It says, Tommy Lee here. Yo, dude, you're in almost as much trouble as I've been in. You know, I'm like, fucking right on, dude. Like,
That's so wild.
got your back. And we just, like, became bros, you know? Like, I would be careful not to, like, you know, bug him with fucking, like, annoying shit, you know? Like, he wouldn't hear from me. If I reached out to Tommy, it would be because I had something that was pretty fucking, like, pretty cool, pretty fucking entertaining, whatever, you know? But, like, just not like a pain in the ass. And, dude, so we would be in touch. Like, when I got arrested for the international drug smuggling, I remember emailing him, yo, Tommy, dude, I fucking swallowed this package of drugs to smuggle it to another country, and it got stuck in my throat, and I fucking think I might die.
I think I might die.
Yeah.
And,
Dude,
and Tommy was wrote back, he's like, is it poop soup yet? You know, so I'm like, and it just, we had like sort of, we'd be in touch every once in a while. And then all of a sudden, dude, 2004, and I don't know if you know this, but in the same fucking, I opened up my email. I found out there were two emails I got at the same time. I remember I was in Florida with my family.
This is an incredible fucking memory.
Oh, dude, he'll be like, it was May 6th.
Drugs and been as a fucking maniac as he has.
Dude, this is the most exciting
Wow.
part. And I was, well, thank you, dude. There were two fucking emails I found that day. One of them was from my business manager, and it said, yo, dude, you're fucking being sued. And he's like, I don't want to be alarmist, but you're either going to lose like a fucking lot or fucking everything. You know, like straight up. And it's been going on and you don't even know about it. Like, you got served in absentia because, like, I had these shady representatives that didn't want me to even know about it, you know? Like, and they're like, get ready, you're going to fucking lose everything. That was when I just found that out. And then the other email I opened up at the same exact time was from Tommy Lee. It says, yo, dude, fucking call me right now, dude. It's fucking my house number. And so I'm like fucking all bummed out because I just found out I'm getting my ass suit off.
Hey, Tommy.
And then but then I call up Tommy and he says, dude, okay, I got back together with Motley Crue, been rehearsing for the last week, and we're fucking announcing we're going on fucking tour, the Carnival of Sins tour. Like, I want you to get on stage and do something. Right? You remember that, dude?
Yeah, totally.
Do something super fucked up and introduce us.
Yeah, dude, you have to.
And it was like, dude, it was the most like needed like morale boost because I was so bummed, man. I was just like, there it goes, my whole life's going out the window right now. And the fucking.
And then your biggest dream just came true to open for fucking Motley
yeah,
Crue.
I mean, it was, dude, to so full circle, and that was 2004. Dude, that what a trip that was, dude.
That's fucking crazy, man. It's really crazy to think about, you know, that whole full circle thing, like from meeting him and then seeing, you know, when also just watching his life through all the fucking madness. As I'm doing mine, he's doing his, and just going like, and he's still fucking alive,
Yeah, dude.
I pitch myself on a daily basis, and doing fucking amazing, and it's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, it really is fucking
We're fucking
cool.
right on, man. Let's not squander the time. I always get in trouble because I'm fucking telling stories about me and fucking I've got these great guests.
Well,
we got like you guys.
Well, I'm interested to know because we've had this conversation before too, and it's like, you know, Steve used to do the poo condom or the to smuggle weed, you know, across state lines.
Yeah.
What are some of the clever ways that like maybe you guys used to transport drugs internationally? If you can talk about that.
Yeah.
Sorry to throw you on the spot there, but
no.
I'm just curious about, like, you know, put it up in your nutsack to get through TSA, or I mean, what?
Yeah, I'd never put it like in or on my body. I say in. Always, two places come to mind real quick. Going through, whether it's in the air or on the ground. On the ground, if you're on your tour bus, they have very much like SteveO's got here on this truck. In the back, you'd pop it up just by hand. It was like, it's almost like an emergency exit. It doubles as an emergency exit and for ventilation. So we'd fucking be, oh fuck, we're getting to the border. Fucking roll down the windows, blow the smoke out. I'll fucking make sure everything's cool and grab whatever fucking drugs we have and pop that thing open, but you couldn't do it like going down the road fast. Shit would fly off the bus. So as soon as we stop and pull into immigrations or customs or whatever that shit, pop the top, nice and slow, take the fucking everything, put it up on the roof of the bus, and close the fucking close the ventilation. Fucking dogs, immigrations dudes, come through the bus. All right, all good. See you guys later. And as soon as the fucking bus door shut, boom, pop that up, pull it in. We're good.
That would have been great in the movie.
Yeah, I know. And then then I think of the airplane. Same deal. Like the headliner here, they're like in an airplane. They've got you got your headliner upholstery or whatever.
Your private plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And fucking yeah. So we'd take fucking cocaine, whatever it was, do as much as we could before we get there. Whatever was left, we'd stick. Like I found above my seat for some reason, there was a little fucking rip in the headliner, so we'd fucking get the fucking bag of blow and just really crank it down as little as we could, and fucking just like to kind of, get it up inside the headliner and kind of put it back. It was like a little like a little piece of double stick tape, and you couldn't even tell. It was just like this. And when it's in the headliner, same thing. Dogs, and I'm sitting there, dude, fucking poo-poo in my pants, just like, oh my god.
Just geeked out.
Just freaked out that the dog's gonna fucking come stop and then jump on my lap and then fucking, right? Never, the dog, I don't know, it's too high or I don't know, but we pulled that off several times and never got busted. Can you imagine though? That's why I was shitting my pants. Could you imagine getting busted with a fucking ton of cocaine
In
going
fucking
through,
Singapore?
Dude, there's certain places will fucking you just lock you up forever. There's no like, it's
Singapore's
a
a
fine
death
in a
penalty.
couple years.
Yeah, you have to sign that thing before you get into Singapore saying the death penalty if I bring drugs into this country.
Yeah, I think Bali's like that too.
Yeah.
There's some places where they don't fucking play around.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, have you been arrested overseas? Or you've been pretty clean?
Japan.
Japan?
Yeah. Japan, Nicki and I got arrested for throwing fucking Jack bottles across the bullet train. Didn't hit anybody, but smashed up on the thing where the doors are and the station thing, whatever tells you where you're at. Shattered, and whiskey and glass everywhere on a couple people, and they called the cops. So at the next stop, it was
What did they call
Japanese
you
police.
and Nicki? The disastrous duo?
Oh, the toxic
The terror
terror
twins?
twins. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Always getting fucking in trouble together.
Yeah, another thing that drove me nuts too was I read that or heard that you gave away your first gold album that you're doing like gackers on.
Yeah, dude.
Did you ever get that back, or did fucking from the publicity you got from that podcast, did somebody reach out and be like, dude, I have it?
You know what? I wish somebody would, and I wouldn't want it back because it was meant, it's meant to.
But your first gold album, dude.
Yeah, my I do not have my first gold record, and I know it. It's scratched up and fucked up from chopping up so much fucking gack on. And I was high. I was like, "Fuck, bro, I want you to have it, man." No, dude, no. It's like, no, dude, I can't. It's your fucking gold album. I'm like, fuck that. You have it, bro. You know when you're fucking high?
Sure.
Yeah. And I fucking gave it away, and I don't remember it to who. Just it was one of those where I was like, okay, maybe one day someone would be like, dude, I have it.
Right.
And like, but I don't want it back. But let me know if somebody's got it. That'd be rad to know.
Dude, when we filmed the Jackass movie, the first movie, that the scene where we were in the Hummer going through the desert and they're fucking tattooing the off-road tattoo.
Yeah.
It was Henry Rollins in the movie, but it was supposed to be Nicki. Supposed to be Nicki Sixx. And I mean, like they told me it was gonna be Nicki Sixx, right? And so I show up for that shoot. We're in the desert, wherever we're gonna film this fucking thing, right? And I'm sitting there just like every other day on that goddamn movie, just doing fucking blow. Except on this day, I've got my framed picture of me as a little kid with Nicki Sixx, and I'm just fucking horking lines off of it. Like as if Nicki's gonna be really impressed by that. Like, dude was totally sober already at that point. like yeah, cool. Fucking kook. But then they were like, go, there's your hero, Nicki Sixx, fucking, and they went up to, they sent me up to the pit, and Rollins got out, and I thought that Rollins was gonna beat me up because
dude.
Because
Yeah, he's big.
well, and on top of that, I'd been hooking up with this chick that always flew out to be with Rollins. And
Whoa.
so she told me about like all these like crazy Rollins stories, you know. And then I'm on Howard Stern's been talking. I brought the chick on Howard Stern and was like bringing up Rollins, you know, like so like and that had already all happened at the point when like they go up to the SUV and Rollins can. So I thought the bit was that Rollins was gonna beat me up in the movie, you know.
Oh my God.
But he was just super cool.
Yeah.
Did he even mention like?
He didn't. He
Okay.
didn't.
Nothing.
And
Professional.
And then when my book came out, the writer like did an interview with Rollins, and Rollins said that he just didn't even hadn't even ever heard about it. You know,
Good answer, dude.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
When in doubt, deny
For
everything.
sure. But speaking of books, Tommy had his book Tommyland, and I got to write my own little mini chapter telling my story about meeting them as a kid.
Oh, wow.
And I fucking barged up to his book signing and just
Dude.
fucking showed up with like a fucking cooler full of liquor and shit.
Tons of fucking booze.
Yeah.
I remember my fucking manager at the time going like, "Fuck, SteveO's here. there goes Tommy. I've lost him." Like, as soon as we're together, the whole thing just was like, "All right, let's go." We just basically just.
Dude, then you had Jimmy Kimmel, and
that's
I got you all loaded for Jimmy Kimmel. We busted up your dressing room.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it was a blast.
Fucking busted the shit out of it. The tables, chair,
Yeah.
destroyed fucking Kimmel dressing room.
And then when
Fucking SteveO. Fuck, we can't go anywhere together
That's
ever.
funny, dude.
and then when my book came out, fucking Tommy and Nicki gave me quotes for the cover.
Yeah.
The perfect
Amazing.
book for
Yeah.
the person who hates reading.
Well, I was like, you know, when somebody asks you to write a fucking quote for their book, like you're not gonna fucking read a book like in the fucking time, you know, like you don't need to be like oh yeah, for, like whoever's gonna say that. Oh yeah, let me read the whole
Give me
book.
a few days.
Yeah.
Let me read the whole book and then I'll think about it and write. I was like, no, dude. I was like, yo, Tommy, dude, I got this book, and like, is it cool if I fucking write on the cover? This is the perfect book for people who hate reading, and say it to your quote. Tommy's like, go for it.
Dope.
Wow. That's hilarious.
This is the best.
I thought
dude.
that was a great quote for Tommy, dude.
It's killer. It's killer. I couldn't have come up with one better.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, fucking the best.
yeah, I mean, my book does read like a fucking, you know, story on TMZ kind of. It's just like juicy shit. You know?
Those are the best to read. Fuck, it's nothing worse than. Well, I was 16 and I grew up, and you're like, dude, no one cares. What fucked up shit have you done? You know, like,
I mean,
talk to me.
it was crazy too because your book Tommyland, and I wanted to say that came out in 2004.
Yeah.
And you didn't know that Motley Crue's getting back together, and
Had
you
no
had
clue.
you had some shit to say in that book.
I know, yeah.
And
Awkward.
which is something, which is even saying something, because it came on the heels of The Dirt, which is the book that the Netflix Motley Crue movie was made out of, and what the movie didn't even attempt to like convey was how this book, the Motley Crue book, was written. I mean, I don't think a book's ever been written like that. You got 4 members of Motley
That's
Crue.
right.
You got 4 members of Motley Crue, and they each separately took turns writing chapters, you know, like doing all their recorded interviews with the author.
Yeah.
And the author so the first chapter is like, okay, we're reading Nicki Sixx's voice. But then the thing is that the way they did it, like halfway through the fucking book, they got done with those interviews. They wrote that much, and then they did the fucking back half of interviews after each dude read all the other guys' fucking.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So then now it's like, oh, well, fucking he says this in his fucking chapter. Well, I'm gonna
bullshit.
fucking. So
Fucking
like,
bullshit. He doesn't fucking remember. Yeah.
yeah, and so there was
Yeah.
like it brought in this like pretty fucking like incredible element of like retorts and fucking, you know, like response, like fuck you, like you know, and it was all like, I mean, dude, that book came out in 2001, and that was when I very first was on my very first ever tour. Jackass was brand new. I'm fucking, God, my Motley Crue, The Dirt, I referred to that fucking book as the Bible. Because of the Bible, 'cause it was like, it was the fucking gold standard of what fucking my lifestyle was supposed to be, you know?
That's wild.
And
dude.
fucking, I'm reading that book, blowing lines off of it. Fucking,
Yeah.
I think I held up the book and called it the Bible on MTV Cribs.
You probably did, because some dude came up to me, dude. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm French Polynesian island, Bora Bora. It's fucking middle of nowhere, and there's kind of nobody there. I'm sitting there, and out of my peripheral vision, I see some dude walking up real fast. You know, you can tell when you're like, uh-oh, someone's coming up. You just know.
Yeah.
I can feel it. And I look a little closer, pretending not to, and I see he's got like a book, and he's walking. I'm like, fuck, he's headed right over here. Out of nowhere, and he comes over and he's like, dude, fuck, bro, I'm so sorry. I would never fucking bother you. I'm sure you're on vacation, dude, but fuck, I'm on my honeymoon, and I looked out and I saw that was you, and would you sign my book? And he had the dirt, and I was like, you brought this on your honeymoon? I go, dude, you fucking rule. He goes, dude, and he said, this is my fucking Bible, bro.
That's funny,
So maybe
dude.
he got that from you,
dude.
because I was like, who brings the dirt on their honeymoon? I'm like, they're probably doing some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
back there.
That's a fun honeymoon.
That's epic, man. But remember, I texted you a fucking our buddy photoshopped an image of the actual Pope holding up the Bible.
Oh,
and
dude.
He's photoshopped
Yeah.
it with fucking
The
the
best.
dirt.
Yeah.
The best.
Oh my God! So, dude, when and still, you know, so I'm here the other night, right? Like I did his wife Brittany's podcast. Right, we're fucking hanging out.
Yeah.
On Brittany's podcast, I mentioned the book Conversations with God, just like we just got onto some spirituality tip, and like then we finished recording the podcast. Brittany says, "Oh, you know, hey, you know, Tommy, SteveO talked about this book. I don't even know why she brought it up." And you said that you read.
Yeah, the 1 and 2 Conversations with
Fuck,
God,
dude.
1 and 2. I was like, yeah, dude, I fucking read that guy's books. I wrote to him from jail. He wrote me back. What's his name? Walt?
Neil Donald Walsh.
Neil
Yeah.
Donald Walsh. We both met. Scott and I both met.
Yeah.
You met him?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Flew out to Chicago.
Dude, this
That's
is,
so rad, because fuck, those books moved me, man.
Dude, it changed my life forever.
Yeah.
that was so crazy to hear Tommy be like, "Yo, I read those when I was in jail."
So he responded to you while you were in jail?
Yep. Yep.
Did he know who you were?
I don't. You know, I don't know if he. I don't think he did. You know, maybe, you know, because fuck, I was on the fucking news and all that bullshit. Probably, you know, I'm assuming maybe. But yeah, so when I got, you know, every week you get your mail in jail, like, and I was like, no fucking way, dude. He wrote me back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. You tell.
I mean, it's just so crazy, man. Like, we love that guy so much. You know, I mean, he's a polarizing dude. But Conversations with God, it just speaks to me, and I was so psyched to hear you say that it spoke to you. And so when I finished like the trilogy, whatever, I finished reading book 3, and it was like at the very end of the book, it's like, yo, you know, get a hold of me, come see me where I'm at on my website. So I finished the book. I went on the website, and
I'll find you. I found out.
Yeah, like,
This is nothing.
right.
sure.
Right. So I found him on the website, and he's got this little fucking schedule of like speaking engagements. And I said, oh, dude, he's going to be in Chicago. I said, Scott, fuck, we're flying to Chicago to go meet
That's
Neil
so-
Donald Walsh.
Dude.
And it just so happened that we booked the trip. We're going to Chicago, and fucking in Chicago that weekend is a UFC pay-per-view event. So,
dope.
so I reached out to Dana White. I'm like, yo, Dana, dude, I'm gonna be, Dana White gives us front row tickets.
Yes.
And so
good boy.
we meet Neil Donald Walsh, and I'm like, hey, dude, this is kind of weird, but is it weird that I'm going from a Conversations with God
Yes.
conference to go like watch people beat the fuck out of
out of each
themselves
other until they're bloody, dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did Neil say to you? He's like, Steve, God damn it, Steve, or he said
Well,
something.
I was like, it's because of your books. I say, gosh darn it. I don't say, God damn it. Like because like out of respect. And he goes, God damn it, don't take everything so seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah.
love that. He sounds like a wonderful dude, man.
Yeah, dude, he's rad, man.
I'll bet anybody who's
In tune like that.
who's in tune like that, man, and is willing to share that with people.
You have any
know.
other books that changed your life like that?
He said he read 45 books in jail.
Yeah, 45. Dude, it's the most I've ever read in my entire life in 5 months. I think I just sped read like the
Yeah.
whole. There's some other ones. Oh Lord, there's a few. There's a female author, Ivana.
Ivana Tinkle.
Ivana, get out of jail.
Suck your dick.
Oh, dude, that reminds me of something fucking epic,
Ivana, I
dude.
love Ivana.
That reminds me of something fucking epic. When I was in jail in Sweden, I read the vampire book by Anne Rice or whatever I think, but that's got nothing to do with it. I remember when
But anyway, with that,
the first time that we talked about calling up hotels, I was like, when we were hanging out, and I was like, yeah, well, like I didn't expect that you would check in under your real name, and you said, fucking, you said, no, dude, I wouldn't check into hotels under my name. I would check into, fucking, what was it? You said that you had a fake name that you would check into hotels with called like something Coxenormous or Dixienormous.
oh yeah, Dixon, yeah. Or yeah, Dixienormous, or Peter Gozinha.
Yeah,
Was that one.
that's great.
Dixienormous.
Dixienormous. Fuck. Yeah. Oh my God. What a fucking so much fun, dude. Doing the alias, just coming up with fucked up names, and my mom, God bless her. She is really fucking Greek. I mean, Greek. And she'd be like, and I would give her my hotel alias because she'd call. This is before fucking cell phone crazy.
Yeah.
She'd actually call the hotel, and every time I would tell her, "Hey, Mom, I switched my name. I'm under this," and she'd be so bummed. She'd be like, "Why, Tom? Tom, do we have to do it like this? Because I don't like this Peter Gozinha stuff. This is I don't like, like she would hate it, and I would do it almost just to make her fucking crazy. She'd be like, oh God, I have to ask for fucking this person? Like, I would just always bum her out.
I gotta ask, and we can cut this out, but was she bummed on the sex tape that came out?
She was fucking really tripping. She was bummed. Like, she was mad. She was like, I can't believe. She understood. It was just like me and my wife at the time on vacation doing the same shit that y'all would do with your chicks, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
She was just like, I can't believe someone stole that, out of your house, and now it's on the fucking news. That's what made her upset more than anything. She just couldn't believe that.
But you're like, dude,
The
Mom, it's
betrayal.
cool. I got the hugest dong in the whole world knows it now.
Mom, it's not a bad thing, Mom. It's cool.
Right. I mean, dude, we actually surveyed 100 people asking them like to name a celebrity with a huge cock, and 100% of them said Tommy.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
All 100.
That's fucking.
Steering the boat with your dong, dude.
We actually did it,
doesn't
but
suck.
we didn't have to because like you are the poster child for having.
That's fucking crazy.
Like, I mean, who else is known for having a big dong?
What?
Tommy Lee?
Right.
What's
Right,
his
dude.
name? What's his name? The fucking. Peter North.
Right,
Yeah,
right. But he's a
dude.
porn star. That doesn't count.
Oh yeah, he does
Well,
that for a
I
living.
mean, who's had a sex tape? You've had a sex tape
Dude.
leaked out, but
Have
no.
I? I
He leaked it
haven't.
out on purpose with the. You know, we did the photo shoot at Hollywood Sign.
Oh, right.
I got to share though with you guys and the listeners. You know, anybody who's trying to impress somebody, female or male, whatever you're into. I asked him. I'm like, dude. I asked Peter North. I'm like, he's at my house. We're having a party, and I go, dude, how the fuck when you fucking come, do you hit the front of this truck from here? Like, how is that possible? He goes, I'll tell you my secret. I go, all right. He goes, the night before, he sticks in a blender two bushels, like the whole thing of celery, and the fiber in the celery fucking and all the liquid in the celery make you fucking have that much
ropes,
that much jizz. And then he goes, what I'll do is I'll also drink about a gallon of pineapple juice, because that makes your fucking cum taste sweet. And I was like, thanks for the advice, bro.
Right.
Thanks. And it fucking works.
The celery?
Dude, the celery and pineapple juice works.
Everybody's buying celery right
Yeah.
now. Amazon Prime fucking
I mean,
delivery.
dude.
People got tape measures out. Dude, I shot at fucking 4'6", bro.
I mean, dude, when I have the pineapple juice, there's no measuring because it's going right in my mouth.
Jesus, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, some girl told me, she's like, I don't trust a man who hasn't tasted his own cum.
I've never tasted my
I've
own
never
cum.
tasted my own cum
Never.
either.
Not even a little.
Tommy has. That's
I
hilarious.
just,
Not even just a little.
I had a mental block against that, dude.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it, but I'm sure
Wait.
it's salty.
Wasn't it? Didn't you do some fucked up?
Yeah,
Didn't somebody
I
jerk off into a fucking condom or
Yeah,
something?
I did, dude. I did swallow Pontius's cum.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
it.
dude, that finally came out. I got it live on my website, dude. I got that whole fucking crazy special. It's live.
Is it visible?
Yeah.
I have to see that.
Oh, dude, it's fucking. It's
Dude,
a good
it's
time,
It's a
dude.
good time, dude.
Epic.
It's a good time. Now, like, with
That's gnarly. You party, dude.
Yeah, I wonder how he would have kept up with you guys if you guys were drinking all together.
Could you imagine if he was in Motley Crue, like, and he was, I don't know, like a fucking
The hype
percussion
man.
Yeah, it'd be
player
like your
or the
Flavor
hype-
Flav.
The
the hype-
cowbell. Just give him the
fucking-
cowbell.
The hype man, and just to,
I don't think I would have done too well, dude.
Dude,
I
that'd be-
would have probably done just as much drugs as everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But I just wasn't fun to be around. You know, like,
Dude.
I'm not good with all that. But you know, it's rad too that you know, like with the jail, and I know you had some fucking crazy lawsuits and shit too. But
Oh,
you,
dude,
you haven't had like real like turbulence, and you're like, the shit's pretty smooth sailing for you, huh?
for a while now, yeah, it's been nice.
Yeah.
I have to fucking admit it, dude. It's been really nice.
I mean, like we were talking
Great.
the other night, there was before the movie came out, and of course the director of The Dirt on Netflix is the same director of Jackass.
Yeah.
So like we're all in the same kind of family, and when you were on there was some like thing with like you know, like your son, and you guys got in kind of a fight. And it was all on TMZ. Jeff Tremaine was thrilled with the publicity. He was like, "Yeah, fucking right on, Tommy. Keep the news coming, man. Keep fucking, keep the news coming." But that's like the only thing
That's
that like you've been, you know, like it's rad, man. It's rad that you know, unlike some other people we were talking about the other night who seem to be in trouble a lot, all the time.
Yeah, and things with my son are great. He was actually, you just missed him. He was just here grabbing the golf cart to go down and play at the country club here. And
Nice,
it's just really
dude.
good with my son and I. Like, I
Awesome.
don't know, it was just like that, you know. It was like there was a lot going on around that time, and it's just sort of, you know, it needed. I don't say needed to happen, but I don't know. It just was one of those things, you know. It was button heads and
Yeah.
Brought you closer after.
I've way closer,
Yeah.
and I've done the same thing with my dad.
Yeah.
I thought I was all badass and punched my dad. Same thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if all dudes do it, but
I did it with my brother. Me and my
There you
brother.
go.
I finally just socked him in the face,
And
dude.
said, "Fuck
and then
this."
we've never been closer ever since then.
You
right?
know, something that was on the news, and it's just so fucking weird. The rapper guy copying your drum roller
Oh.
coaster, like
Yeah,
it was
Travis Scott.
identical.
Yeah.
This was the final tour the Motley Crue had, right? And
Yeah.
and you know, it was called the final tour.
Yep.
And fucking Tommy Lee's drum solo for this one is just a full-on roller coaster that just goes throughout the whole arena.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, this rapper guy Travis Scott, like he didn't even try to make it slightly different.
It's exactly the same thing.
Didn't he?
They
like,
just took the drums off and put like a different, like a roller coaster cart.
Yeah.
That seats 1 or 2 people in it.
And it was actually the same physical.
All the same parts. It's from the same company.
Oh, wow.
He just went and got it from the company that built it for me, and not 1, but 2. Remember when I did I don't know if you remember, but I did the 360. Was just the big loop.
He got stuck on it.
Same thing. He went and got that one, and it's just 1 seat with him in the chair rapping, going upside up, going around in a loop. And I'm like,
weird.
Dude, get your own shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, and rapping upside down is not as hard as drumming upside down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're basically
rapping? Yeah.
talking upside down.
I mean, I guess you gotta just be stoked on the flattery. You know, like
that's cool. That part's cool. I mean,
but I thought
yeah,
it was pretty
At the same
whack,
time,
too.
imitation is suicide. It's like
yeah.
get your own shit.
Right, dude. And so now you got fucking. I mean, we didn't bring up the DJing, dude. You've been DJing for how long, dude?
Fuck, like, Jesus Christ.
When we got together in 2003,
Yeah, but I was doing it like in
you were already fucking on fire doing it.
98, 99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a bona fide fucking.
I love that
bona
shit.
fide DJ. You had Methods of Mayhem. You had you've had various music projects, but right now you can order your new album pre-order.
Yeah, dude. Andro, it comes out. You can pre-order it. It comes out.
In October.
I always get this shit wrong. October 14th, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And you've already got some singles out.
Yep. There's 2 singles that just came out, and then like a new one that just came out a fucking week ago, with Tyla and Post Malone.
Nice,
and it's just
dude.
a song called fucking Tommy Lee, dude. It's fucking so rad. They named they fucking named a song after me. They're like, dude, with this song called Tommy Lee out, then would you do a remix? And I was like, fuck yeah.
And so
It's so cool. Anyway, that's out too.
and it's mostly like electronic music.
No, my record?
Yeah.
No, it's all over the place. There's some fucking super hard, electro. There's some fucking screamo metal. There's some fucking EDM sounding stuff. There's some rock shit. There is, me, dude. Like with anything I do, I'm like genre-wise. There's no lines. I fuck with all of it. I love it. So yeah, the record's really cool. And I think the cool thing, the reason it's called Andro, short for androgyny, is somehow I ended up with fucking 6 or 7 tracks with all male energy and 6 or 7 with all female energy. And I kept trying to fucking sequence the record. Like, I wanted to play like this, and then I want this track to go next, and it just wasn't fucking working. And finally, I just separated them like old school wise, and I went into my head and went, why don't I just give them their own side? Put all the fucking boys here and put all the girls on the other side. And dude, and I didn't really plan that. I didn't plan to have that many, that amount of different collaborations, but it just worked out that way. And coming to that realization of splitting them is when I decided to call it Andro. I was like, this is fucking cool, man. This record's got a really heavy male and female energy presence. Mm-hmm. So I hope everyone digs it. It's a fucking rad record.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dope.
I remember getting an advanced copy of what was the
one?
I'll
send it to you soon.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What was the one? It came out like right like 2010, when we were doing Jackass 3D. I feel like you had an album come out. I don't know if that was Methods of Mayhem. I think it was.
It was just my own stuff.
Yeah.
Was it called A Public Disservice
Yeah,
Announcement?
yeah.
I recorded that record. I did here from my house, but the cool thing about that record is I recorded that with the whole world. Like I went online and I would put up the bass track, the drum track, guitar and a guitar track, 3 tracks, maybe 4, and I'd be like, here, you guys have at it, and just put it out on the fucking internet. And dude, we would get submissions from all around the world. It would take days to go through these, and we'd be like, ooh, that's a fucking gem. And we literally got people submitted parts from all. So I basically made a record with the world.
Wow.
It was so fucking rad, and and it would be impossible to go and like, publishing wise, to go and give every single person credit. So in return, my credit was, you'll get a visual credit on the record, like your part, who you are, what you did, so, and that would be the only way to kind of keep track of it. Otherwise it'd be a fucking nightmare. It'd be like
Accounting would be very complicated.
Licensing hell, like, dude, how do we do this? So that was in return, but so you saw your name and what part you played, but that was a fun process. But I'll never do it again because I had no idea it was that. I mean, we'd spend fucking hours and days just going through a lot of shitty parts, being sent back
Right.
like, dude, what do you think of my drum part? And I'm like,
Right.
I don't know, dude.
Right.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a cool record.
That's cool.
And so Motley Crue, we said before, the final tour was in 2015, and then and you guys had like this contract, and we're not going to tour anymore.
Yeah.
And then you blew up the contract, which was kind of genius, and Jeff Tremaine was behind that too.
Yeah. So
But
good.
like, I totally defend Motley Crue and the decision to blow up that contract, and it's really clear why, because everything that made you guys want to say this is our final tour, we're not going to be like the fucking Eagles with Hell Froze Over,
Yeah.
The difference is that all of those bands that said they were on their final tour, then all of a sudden, like, they needed to fucking put it back together. It was like a move of desperation.
Yes.
When in fact for Motley Crue,
Or have done it several times. You're
Right.
like, dude, what number of farewell tour are you guys on?
Right.
right?
Kiss is famous for that.
Sure, big
Dude.
time.
Yeah.
Farewell was how many tours ago?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, but you guys had the Netflix movie come out, and it was just like, all right, now we've got, like you said, young people who say, fuck, man, I wish I was there when all of this was going on. I've got a whole new generation of young fans that are just fucking hungry for Motley Crue. And so you said, you know what? It's not because we're desperate. We don't need to fucking do it. We're fucking fine, but there's just so much demand. We're just gonna fucking do it. So blow up the contract.
So crazy.
So you guys put together this stadium tour with fucking Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, Joan Jett, and the whole fucking. It's not arenas. This is stadiums. Stadiums. and dude, I'm following you on social media, and I see like, oh, hey man, like we added some shows, and so you fucking put these schedules. And it's just like the whole fucking schedule sold out. The added show, like fucking sold out. Like I'm like, damn, these fucking guys are just sold out. Like way in advance, they sold out a whole stadium tour, and then fucking coronavirus pops
I know.
up.
Dude.
When was the tour supposed to happen?
It was supposed to start in September, like next month.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, sorry. No, it's supposed to start June 17th. June 17th
shit.
was the date it was supposed to start.
How many cities?
So I would have been on tour right now still.
Fuck.
It didn't end till it was supposed to end September 5th.
Oh yeah, it was
at
going to be the
new
final
stadium.
show. Was going to be in LA, something like that in September.
Yeah, September 5th because I know this one for a
Right.
fact because it was in the new fucking Rams.
The
new
SoCal
fucking
Stadium, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
SoFi
SoFlo,
Stadium.
Yeah.
You see it as you land into LAX.
Dude, it's fucking
Sick as fuck.
Jetsons, bro. I'm so excited to play there.
I told Eric Andre on the
We're-
podcast
next
that-
year.
Yeah, I told Eric Andre that I think that it's him with his movie getting shelved a week before it was supposed to come out in theaters, and Motley Crue with this sold-out stadium tour. the people who got fucking screwed over by coronavirus the worst.
Oh man.
And he's like, yeah, well, some people did die.
Yeah, there's people on ventilators right now. I don't know.
I know that's
Right.
that's the sad part.
I know, dude, but still, man, that stings, man. I saw Nicki tweeted like yesterday, only 325 days until the fucking
Yeah, dude.
Dude, a little early, bro.
yeah, so the stadium tour has been rescheduled,
Yes.
and it's just fingers crossed. So like all the tickets are.
Everything that was good then, it just literally got moved exactly a year.
Right. So
When do you
that-
start working out for that?
I'll start. We go out in June. I'll start like, April.
Because you got to get your arms and
Yeah,
everything and
I'll
cardio.
start fucking playing every day. So a couple months before that, for sure.
I was interested. Sorry to cut you off, but he checked his pedometer. Tommy did, and he does like 13
yeah.
miles per show is what he's
Oh
burning.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, dude. How do you? That's funny. You know that. That's
Yeah,
wild.
I went deep, dude.
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, I was just curious. I'm like, fuck, man. I've weighed the same since I've been in fucking high school. Literally the same. And I'm like,
How
what?
much?
I weigh 170.
Oh, okay, me too.
Really?
Today I'm 172.
But you're, me too.
I've been
me
letting
plus
myself go.
And I was just fucking curious. I'm like, how come? You know, it's probably because I sweat like a motherfucker every night. So I'm just curious. I wonder what this equates to, what kind of exercise. So I grabbed one of those pedometer things and I just fucking clicked it on the inside of my high top. And after a 2-hour show, I fucking took it off and it said 12.3 miles.
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, damn.
Every night.
Every night. I was like, no wonder I can't gain any fucking weight.
Yeah.
Between that and the fucking drugs and fucking booze, you'd think you'd be able to, I don't know.
Yeah,
Dude.
crazy.
Amazing.
Crazy.
What's the longest you've lived on a tour bus?
Whoa. Fuck. That's hard to estimate because you
You do legs, right?
Is it
so it's probably
months?
like
Is
just a
it-
couple months.
Well, yeah, but you'll do
6 weeks on, 6 weeks off.
Yeah, that sounds like about right. Or then you're moving it to Canada, so you're off the bus for a minute, and now you're going on different buses, or, it does have little pockets, but fuck, it's like a fucking, it's not like I went on a tour of a submarine once, and the guys were giving me the tour, and I was like, how long do these guys stay down here? They're like, sometimes they live down here underwater, under the bottom of the ocean in the submarine for up to 6 months. They don't
my
see
God.
I'd kill
daylight. They don't
myself.
come up. I'm like, ooh, I'm never gonna I'm never gonna complain about the tour bus ever.
Yeah.
And these
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't see daylight for 6
Yeah.
months, or other people, just them.
The stadium tour was booked for outside the states.
That was going to be next. Like that was
right.
like, as that's what the promoters were working on. Once we did as we were doing the states dates, we're going to move it over either to Canada, Europe. They were trying to figure out what was next. Because of the success of it, we're like, fuck, let's take this motherfucker around.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm always so interested with like touring because, I helped set Steve up with his comedy tour and stuff. I'm always so fascinated with people's riders. What was on your rider for the Girls tour? Did you have anything specific, or was it just whatever? Or is there things that you like?
Well, definitely there was a pretty strict booze rider. There was always Jack, always beers, wine.
Just all alcohol?
Yeah, just pretty much all booze.
Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah, like but nothing like you hear about brown M&Ms or
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
that
No
wasn't you
special
guys.
requests. We just had like kind of the lame like fucking deli tray, meat and cheese things and some cut up fruit. Oh, peanut butter was a good one. Because that had multiple purposes, uses, and fucking and some fucking mayo and mustard. That's pretty much it. Like
Yeah.
there's no like special requests.
I'm just always so fascinated because you
Mostly
hear some
liquor.
guys want like a new pair of shoes every set they do, or
Oh,
Yeah, we hear
you know
about
what
that.
there is? Yeah, socks. were a big one for us. Like
Socks and underwear are always good.
Yeah, it's just like, you know what? There's nothing better than putting on a brand new pair of socks. You're like, oh, this
Back
is
in the
nice.
day, we would have socks, underwear, and we would make the fucking promoter supply us with our mini DV tapes because we were always filming.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, really?
yeah, so they would just
That's
supply
cool.
us with videotapes because
Smart.
we never stopped shooting.
That's smart.
Yeah, dude. Well, fucking hey, man, dude, I'm so stoked that we got to do this, man.
Yes, dude.
What a
me
bro.
too.
What a bro, fucking
Me too,
Tommy Lee, man. I want to put it out there that since 1987, dude, you have been nothing but fucking good to me, dude.
Oh, so rad. I love you, brother.
Yeah,
That's dope, dude.
I
yeah,
love you.
dude. I'm
Beautiful.
fucking dude, I appreciate you so much. And let's sell some Andro records, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I loved your website because when I was scrolling through it, I went to the bottom. It was like, take me to the top. And I clicked it. It took me to the top. I was like, who did this, dude?
That's
This
funny.
is sick.
The JJ,
Dude.
my web guy, he's
That
funny.
was epic.
Amazing.
dude.
dude,
all-
Tommy's always been ahead of the curve on the fucking online, dude.
Fuck.
I
Yeah,
try,
dude.
man.
All right, dude.
Thanks for having me,
dude.
dude.
Thank
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, thank you,
Alright.
Tommy.
Yes, thank you guys, man.
Oh, come on. That was insane. Thank you, Tommy Lee. And thank you, you beautiful people who hung in there until the very end. I call you my street team, and that's because I love the way that you've helped me get the word out there about this podcast by taking a screenshot of the podcast, which I'm asking you to do for this one, man. You take the screenshot of the podcast, you post it with me tagged, with Tommy Lee tagged, just to tell him how much you enjoyed that. And, dude, I just appreciate you guys, man. And especially the people who have watched my gnarly comedy special. The big stunt hasn't happened yet, huh? No, but... oh, something big's gonna happen. It's a wild ride, baby. Come on. Yeah.